Hi and welcome to this new lecture. In this lecture you're going to learn how to set up Python in a Mac computer. So if you are a Windows user, you can skip this lecture because you have a Windows computer, and we explained how to set up Python on Windows previously in the previous lectures, and the instructions will also work for Linux computers because a Mac is based on Unix. And so let's begin. The first thing you need to know is that you already have Python on your Mac. So Python comes shipped with Mac by default. And let's go and open Python. I'm going to click here and then type terminal and then open the terminal app. So terminal is equivalent of a command line on Windows. And here now let's go ahead and open Python. You can simply call Python, and if you see these three arrows there, that means you were able to start a Python session. So good news. However, if you look here, you'll see this is Python 2.7, so it's a bit outdated, and the current version of Python is Python 3. So it's recommended that you actually install Python 3 on your Mac or Linux instead of using the old version Python 2.7, because we're going to use a lot of libraries later on in the course, and some libraries may not be compatible for Python 2.7. You can still work with Python 2.7 if you take the responsibility to fix errors and compatibility issues that may arise as you learn Python. So it's going to be maybe some extra work. However, I advise you to install Python 3. So I'm going to exit Python 2, the Python 2 session, exit and two brackets, and you go again back to the terminal. To install Python 3, open a browser, and then you should go to python.org. Then go to downloads and then install the latest version of Python, which should be shown here. So Python 3.6 is the current version, and that should download Python. I can see this bar in here. And so please don't uninstall Python 2.7 if you are planning to install Python 3.6, because Python 2.7 is connected to your operating system. So if you uninstall it, you may harm your operating system, so you may get some nasty errors there. So simply ignore Python 2.7, so leave it be, don't uninstall it, and simply click on this package that you have just downloaded. You should see the installation wizard. So simply go and click continue, continue again, and read the license if you like. I'm going to go and click on agree, and then install. Provide your username there, your Mac username. Click on install software. And so finally the installation was smooth and it was successful. Click on close. Yeah, I'm going to move it to trash. So the installation package. And now go ahead and go back to your terminal. So again, if you enter Python, you're going to get Python 2.7. So how do you get Python 3? Well, exit and simply click Python 3, just like that. Execute, and you'll see that this is Python 3.6. And yeah, good luck. So normally this is the command you'll be using on Mac, which means whenever I type Python on Windows, you're going to type Python 3 on Mac or Linux. As easy as that. So now you have Python installed, and here you can do operations. You know, you get the idea. However, please note that what we're doing here, we're programming interactively. So we're simply writing some lines of code, but these lines will not be saved anywhere if we write them in this interactive session. So what we want to do is we want to write scripts of code, so Python files which we can save. We can save the code and we can execute all the lines at once. And we'll be doing that in the next lecture. So please follow me, and yep, I hope it worked for you, and I'll talk to you in the next lectures.